Hello lovebirds, TonyaTko here. And as you see, it's very, very dim in here today, and part of the reason that it's so dim is because it's raining and it's very dreary in New York. I just finished recording the outfit of the day video, so you can check YouTube for that if you'd like to know what it is that I'm wearing and where I got it from. One thing I didn't say in the video is that this dress was about $25. So it's an inexpensive dress, but it is beautiful, and I give you guys a full view in that video, but I wanted to get right into today's video so that we can talk about the topic at hand. And I'm going to try something different in this video than I've done before. Normally when I do a video, I have a lot of different bullet points, and I think that's part of the reason that my videos are so long. Some people say they love the long videos, but you guys know that I am prepping to have the TonyaTko show picked up by a network. So there are going to be some changes that I'm going to have to make. So I'm thinking, instead of coming up with an entire video of all the bullet points in the video be 45 minutes, you know, that I will talk about one point per video and keep the video as short as I can. You know, I want to help people, but I want to be able to reach more people, and you know, new people who are introduced to me are just kind of turned off by, you know, an hour 45-minute long video. They don't understand the worth of it because they've never come into contact with it. You do, but nonetheless. So what I'm doing today is I put a post on Facebook. What I normally do is on Facebook, if you're not on my Facebook page, please join, which is, it's TonyaTko Show, and that's Tonya with an O. You'll see the spelling of my name right here, T-O-N-Y-A. Okay, you can even come to my website, TonyaTko.com, and you'll see the link for the Facebook. I'm interconnected, so connect with me. What I normally do is on Facebook, I write quotes or one-liners, and I have two assistants, WC and LC, who help me on the page putting up positive quotes as well. And you can always tell my quotes because it ends in TKO, and theirs end in either LC or WC. So hello ladies, thank you so much for all of your help. I truly do appreciate it, and so do the people who are able to benefit from the positive messages that we share. Alright, so listen, so what I'm doing today is I put up a post on Facebook earlier today. Normally, when I express a message, because you guys know part of the reason that I do this is because I feel you guys, and this is my calling. And when I have a message on my heart, I send the message out there into the universe. Once it's sent out, I feel this pressure relief on the inside, and I can breathe again. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to, I want to talk about this in particular. And look, we've been talking for 2 minutes 46 seconds. I haven't even gotten into the topic of the video. At least I'm not doing a white glove test in this video, talking about TKO skin and my flawless skin, etc. I'm talking about the topic today. So what normally happens is once I get it off my chest, it's gone. So I've gotten this off my chest, and the sentiment is gone from me. So I'm going to read my statement. And I'm hoping that in the future, so give me your feedback. You guys gave me feedbacks about the interviews that I've been doing lately, how I was staring in the camera instead of looking at the people I was interviewing. You know, I'm just so used to talking to you guys one-on-one. So anyway, continue to give me your feedback and help me get better. You know, this is not a one-way street where I'm just here preaching from the pulpit and I got nothing to learn. No, I got things to learn too. So you know what else is out there. You know what's on regular network TV. So tell me how I can improve so that I can fix the show in such a way that we will be able to get picked up, so that we can create more lovebirds and knockouts all over the world. So let's get right into today's topic. I'm going to read this, and I'm hoping that I will get some assistance from the divine to be able to really fully punctuate this point, because I'm feeling really mellow right now with the rain and the dimness, and the water fountain is dripping water in the background. So I'm feeling mellow. So listen, I love you guys very much. Let's go in. Let's go in. All right. The topic of today's post and video, well, I don't know what I'm going to title the video, but the topic is, the words that keep coming to my mind is free your mind and your boop will follow. Your A blank blank SS. Free your mind and your blank will follow, right? So I said, introduced to a girl who had lost 200 pounds. When asked how she felt, she was sad that she ever had 200 pounds to lose in the first place. And instead of enjoying her new 125-pound body, she was stuck on the same type of unhealthy thinking, which caused her dis-ease. Now, I could end that statement right there, and you can wonder what this video is going to be about. Is this video going to be about positive thinking and affirmations and just how you have to concentrate on the positive? Think about the good things that are happening in your life. Do you think that's what this video is about? No. Let's go in. Let me continue. We can make external changes. Yes. Oh, put on a fresh coat of paint, new tires, new paying job, new lover. Oh, we're going to get into that. Yes. But what we have to understand is we are telling the story of our lives, and everything in it, everything in it tells the tale of who we are. So when you go to make change, start from the inside. And guess what, baby? Oh, the outside story will automatically change too. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Are you ready? All right. Now let's talk about movies real quick. You know, when we have a movie to watch, the movie is 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, you know, in some cases, right? And hold on just a moment. Sorry, I'm getting pop-ups on my screen. Make sure my volume is off and this is down. Okay, good, good. When we watch a movie, we have but a matter of moments to be able to get a lot of information in. And there's this thing, you guys know I went to film school. I have my degree in media arts, and I studied psychology before media arts. There's this thing called character development. And what they do inside the movies is, instead of telling you, you know, giving you a long rundown list, this woman has 2 children and she doesn't like being a mother. This woman used to be abused. This woman, you know, instead of going down the list and putting it up on the screen, sometimes directors or the people who make the film will do something that says 10 years later. They'll put a little writing down on the bottom. Sometimes they won't even do that. What they'll do is they'll add something inside the view, the dialogue or whatever, that will let you know that 10 years has passed. So when it comes to character development, what they do is they show you. They don't say this woman, you know, works out and cares about her body, or this woman has anger management issues. What they do is they show you the backstory. They show her working out. They show her smashing something down, or saying, oh, my father, you know, indicating something happened in the past, that there's some information there so that you know, oh, this woman was abused. Oh, this woman was that. This woman was, etc. So let's talk about how this relates to your life. You know, when you look at your life, please look around. I did a video once talking about what your bedroom says about you. We also talk about a lot of romantic stuff on this channel, where we focus in on what it is that your partners say about you. But look around, look at your life. What does, let me tell you something. You are writing a 365-page book every year. Every single thing that you do during this year contributes to the story of your life. Honey, hear me. Listen to what I'm saying. Every day we make choices, and some of these choices perpetuate into next year's book. Sometimes we're stuck on the old chapter and can't move forward. Sometimes we're writing other people in the leading roles. Sometimes we're writing ourselves in undercast or underdog roles or whatever. But look around at your life. What do you see in your life, and what does your life say about you? Everything tells the story of who you are. Let me give you some examples. Okay. You guys know that I do an intensive cleanse every year. And you guys know that I've been trying on and off to lose weight for so long. And that the weight was never really staying off. It went and then it came back. It went and then it came back. Because what I was doing was I was attacking the weight. I was trying to lose weight instead of gaining health. So it was, I had to change my focus. I had to change my focus to change who I was. And so now you guys see, and even now I'm slimming down, and I will continue to slim down, because you have to change who it is that you are, and then everything else on the outside comes along with it. You don't have to change the outside, baby. No. Start on the inside. When you change the inside, the landscape of your life, the pages of your life will change too. Your future will change. What you attract into your life will change when you change you. Let's talk about this. When I was in school, after my mother passed away, I got a 4.0 that semester. You know how I got a 4.0? Because I dropped out of every single class except for one. I couldn't do it. When my mother passed away, I was distraught. And I was in school and I had to continue on. But I dropped out of every single class, and by a technicality, I'd gotten a 4.0 because there was only one class that I did not drop. I decided not to pull out of the whole semester, and because you'd still have to pay for the whole semester anyway. I decided not to pull out for the whole semester. I decided to keep the semester and just drop out of all of my classes and redo those. I got a pass because my mom was gone. So I got a pass on those. Well, not a passing grade. I got a pass that I could redo them. I dropped out of the classes because she died in November, and I believe school started in August. I'm not sure about the technicality, but that has nothing to do with the video. The point that I want to make is that I was a 4.0 student for one semester. Now, when I became a 4.0 student, I was on the dean's list. I was invited to, and it was so amazing because I went to Clark Atlanta University, and there were so many. Listen, the campus that I thought I knew was different than the campus that I had come to know as a 4.0 student. They had meetings, and they had luncheons, dinners, breakfasts, and celebrations, award ceremonies for the 4.0 students. I was on the dean list, and the president of the school came out, and they were pumping us up in ways that I've never known before. Oh, you know, it was amazing. And you know what? It's amazing when people put you to task, how you step up to the plate. We talked about that, how you define yourself with the I am. And at that point, I was a 4.0 student as far as anybody else in the room knew. I was a 4.0 student, and I was treated as such. So what ended up happening is, after that, you know, we got back into the real world after that semester. Now, believe me, I had never known that it was even possible to be a 4.0 student. We're talking about straight A's in every single class. No B's, because that would take you down to a 3.8 or 3.6 or below. You know, and I was like a 3.2 student across the board. You know what, I'm not going to go into a segue, but I went to a specialized high school. So because I was in a specialized high school, I had become accustomed to getting lower grades because everybody inside the school was gifted and talented as I was. So rather than being bored, I was challenged for the first time. So once I got out of this 4.0 dean's list status, I had to figure out how could I stay 4.0-ish, or at least in the upper 3 point whatevers. So I had this biology class that was it was particularly challenging to me. And so I went to the professor and I asked the professor, now this is where it gets profound. I asked the professor, and her name was like Dr. Finkelberg or something like that. I asked her, I said, Dr. Finkelberg, how can I get an A in this class? You know what, and you guys who are in college, you guys and girls who are in college, go to your professors and ask them, how can you get an A? How can you get a B? Ask them, and they will tell you. That's what they're there for. Oh, honey, ask. I asked her, Feinstein, I think that was her name, Dr. Feinstein, I think it was. I asked her, I said, how can I get an A in this class? And you know what she told me? She gave me the breakdown and the rundown of exactly what it was that I would need to do. She gave me the blueprint of what it was that I would need to do. And do you know what? Oh, listen. Do you know what it took for me to get an A in that class? Oh, honey, I had to be an A student. I had to do the things that an A student does. I had to be an A student. I had to change who it was that I was and how I did things. It was not just enough to stay in the study groups. Oh no. I had to change how I took notes in the study group. I had to change how many study groups I went to. I had to change what I did on the weekend. Something in me had to change because I couldn't stay with the philosophy and the mentality of a C student and get A's. So listen, how would I be able to get an A? I had to be an A student. Hear me. Do you hear what I'm saying? I had to be an A student. So listen, you want to get a good mate? Remember I talked about changing lovers? Oh, and then the problem persists. How many of you out there thought that the problem was somebody else? Oh, if only they were this, the relationship would be different. But what we don't realize is that we are always in relationship with who? Who? Answer. Who are we always in relationship? Oh, honey, yourself. You are always in relationship with yourself. When you look at your partner, we talked about this in a video once. It was in 2009. I remember the title of the video. But basically, I think it was the video, I Hate My Stupid Ex or something like that. Okay. It's time that we start looking at the inside. What is it about you that attracted you to that person? What is it about you that kept you in that relationship? What is it about you that needed the lessons of that relationship? Because, honey, you can change partners. Honey, oh, you can change partners. But the first person that you got to change is yourself. Because you know what will happen? You can change partners, but if you don't learn your lessons, that will perpetuate itself into the next partner. How we did that in the Self-Love to Soul Love series, where we went down, I brought out the board and we talked about which patterns follow you from relationship to relationship. And I talked about some of the patterns that I noticed and how I felt that unavailable men were more prized than men who were very eager. And this was because of stuff that I'd learned in my early childhood. I had to change the way I think. I had to reprogram myself from the inside. I didn't have to change the unavailable partner because what I was attracted to, what I was drawn to was the man who was stoic, who held his space. That's what I was attracted to. So I could change the partner. Oh yes, I could change the partner. But then what happens when I come out on the other side and I'm attracted again? So before you think about changing that partner, think about first changing yourself, and a new type of partner will be attracted to you. Trust me on that. So we talked about that. So listen, I once read a Facebook profile update from a person who was like, a real man doesn't judge a woman by how much fat she has. Basically, the post was saying that a real man will accept a woman for being obese, despite how in shape he is, that he'll accept her obesity, and he'll accept, oh, I really want to go into this. I'm losing the light. The light is going because the thunderstorms are happening. Honey, listen. Well, not thunder, maybe just rainstorms. I just opened the blinds a bit. Okay, so we got a little more light now. Basically, she was saying that a real man will accept an obese woman because you don't judge a person by the outside. Here, let's talk about it. What's your thought on that? What's your thought? Will a real woman judge a person or look at a person's outside? Listen, look at yourself. This doesn't exist in a vacuum. This person was morbidly obese. Part of the reason that this person is morbidly obese is because everywhere that they go, they drive. They're eating all these buttery, fatty foods in the middle of the night, and they're doing all the exercise. What? No exercise. Eating all these non-food foods, processed foods, buttery foods, manufactured items. No exercise. Not taking, no drinking of water. What? Juice, soda, all this other stuff. So when we talk about whether or not we should judge a person by their outside, well, they say don't judge, but look at the story. What story is your body telling about you? Is your body speaking the story of health? Is your body indicative of a person who gets up every day and goes walking? There's this woman, there's this girl on my Facebook page, right? She's on my friends list. And every day she's posting up these sexy pictures, all these sexy leg hair, just looking so good. This morning she posted a picture of herself, or of what her treadmill or life fitness thing at the gym said, how many calories she had burned. So yes, yes, the bodies that we have are indicative of what we put into our bodies, how we treat our bodies, what we think of ourselves. Or is your body, is your presence telling the story of a person who cares? Or is your body telling the story of a person who is lazy, of a person who is like, to heck with it all? You know, it's like, I watched this documentary once about the science of attraction, and in a split second, we look at a person, we feel their vibration, and we're either attracted or we're not. There's something about them. The red of their eyes, the splotches of the unhealthy food coming out on their skin, the way they walk, whether they're sitting down like this. If I was doing this video like this and I was like, you gotta have confidence, how would you feel? Would you be like, okay, this is a confident person? When I wear this long wig, it tells a different story. When I have my afro wig, it tells a story too. It tells a story of a person who is not ashamed of natural hair. What does this say to you? Everything that we do tells a story about who we are. So it's like, yeah, so that girl lost 200 pounds, but what she did not lose was her self-loathing. She did not lose the self-hatred that forced her to eat and gorge herself to the point that she gained 200 pounds. So yes, she changed the outside, but what happened to the inside? So I wanted to go on. You know what? I wasn't expecting for this to go that long. I really wanted this to be a shorter video, but next time, I'm gonna try next time. Okay, so let's continue. So your body tells a story about you. What is it saying? Does your body relay to other people? Part of the reason that I had to lose the weight, that I chose to lose the weight, because even though I was eating healthfully, I was eating so much nut butters. Even though I was eating raw honey, you know, I was eating raw honey and maple syrup and natural sweeteners and a whole bunch of other different things that tasted so good, and I was eating in excess, more than what my body needed. Because I was finding comfort in the food. The food, oh, when it touched my tongue, it was like a hug from the inside out. But then I had to work on some of the things that made me feel that necessitated being hugged by food. I had to work on those things, and the outside shifted with it. I started working for health gain instead of weight loss. I did that video about that in the Theta Healing video. I talked about it. I did, because, honey, I'm not perfect. None of us are. And I'm not standing up here preaching and saying that I am perfect. We all are a work in progress. Honey, if I did not have a past, I wouldn't be able to sit up here and talk about how you shouldn't go down that road too. Honey, oh, honey, listen to me. Let's go on. What do your surroundings say about you? You know, we talked about the bedroom. You look at my surroundings, and what type of feeling do you get from that? You know, it's so much different than, it's a different vibration. Are your surroundings clean? Is it junky? Are you hoarding? Is it pristine with nothing around? Nothing on the coffee, nothing anywhere. Is everything hidden? What does that say about you? Now, yeah, we say that we should not judge. We shouldn't judge other people, because I don't know. When I come to your house and there's nothing there, you could be either very anal retentive, or you could be hiding something in the closet, or you could just be super, super clean. I don't know. It's not for me to judge. But you, this video is about you looking on the inside and you figuring out, what do these different stimuli around you, what do they say about you? And what is that saying? You know, when we talk about surroundings, I talked in that video about what is self-love. And one thing that I did not say is that I wanted to mention this, but I ran out of time. Venus and Serena Williams. Did you know, the famous tennis stars, did you know, I remember when I read this, there was a tear. Tears came to my heart. Did you know that their sister a few years ago was murdered in the ghetto? Murdered. Do any of us know what she looks like? I don't know. So it's like, I don't know what she looked like before the article. Perhaps many other people didn't know what she looked like either. Maybe they didn't know she was Serena Williams' sister, but she was in the ghetto. She lived in the ghetto and was the victim of some ghettoistic circumstance. And she was murdered right there with 2 millionaire sisters. According to the article, she had continued to live in the ghetto because she wanted to, I don't know. I don't want to say keep it real. I don't know. She wanted to continue to live in the ghetto because she didn't want to live off of other people's money. She just didn't like that. She wanted to stay in her, whatever. You know, there were people who, and even Master P. Master P stayed in Magnolia Projects trying to keep it real as long as he could until some armed men kicked down his door and had rifles, etc., pointed at him and his family. Then he moved. You know, so what is it that your surroundings say about you? I remember when the young lady who was talking about my seminar, the self-love seminar, cost too much money. And I was explaining to her, listen, we have to love and honor ourselves. We have to do the things that we need to do to make sure that we have good foods to eat, good waters to drink, that we're living in safe, clean, surrounded neighborhoods because we deserve it. I deserve not to have to put myself in a situation where my safety is threatened each time I go in and outside of my surroundings. I deserve to feel safe. And I deserve to not have to apologize about that. I deserve. My skin is clear, not just because of the organic, all-natural skincare products that I make at TKO Skin. No, not just because of that, but because I put fresh greens, live foods into my body so that when my cells are regenerating, they're regenerating from the inside out. And then what I put from the outside in heals on the outside, but I'm assisting it from the inside. So when we talk about making the change, it is important that you start within, not without. And we're almost at the end of the video. I just wanted to say, what is your life story telling about you? What do the way your children carry on say about you? The way they think about life, the way they behave, what they are wearing, how their hair is. You know, I knew a person, I'm not going to say no names, I knew a person who would rather get her nails done than to buy milk for her child. And when her child became undernourished and her hair began to fall out, what did that say about her? And I asked her, she said, well, my nails last 3 weeks. The milk only lasts 1 day. What does that say about her? That her nails were fancy and her clothes were looking good, but her baby's hair was falling out. What did that say? You know, what does that say? It's not for me to judge. This is for you to ask yourself, what does it say? What does who you keep in your bed and in your life, what does that say about you? What you're attracted to? What does that say about you? The happiness that you feel at your job and the fact that you stay there, what does that say about you and your confidence and your ability to make a better way? So here, listen. When we go to make a change, yeah, we could paint that car a new color, but does that change what's under the hood? We could put fancy furniture inside of our home, but does that change what's happening to the foundation if there are termites in the wall? You know, we can talk about change, but the change that you enact, we have to make sure that that change starts from within. Change yourself, and the A's will follow. Talking about my schooling. So when I was talking about the Self-Love Summit, which is coming up in New York, you know, in 2 weeks at the end of June, June 29th, You know, and I want you guys to hold it in your intention that, you know, this will be something that I can do in more cities, hopefully. Let's see what the divine calls me to do. But when I talked about the Self-Love Summit, you know, we talked about getting in there. Like if you wash your clothes with this white dress, if I washed it and there was a red sock in the laundry and I didn't know the red sock was in there, my dress came out pink. And I threw it in again with the same red sock and it came out even more pink. And I threw it in and I continued to do the same thing over and over. We have to first open up that machine, look deep inside, and pull out where those red socks are, where that red sock is. Get inside there and pull out that bit of non-productive thinking. Pull out that bit that feels that you're unworthy. Pull out that bit that perpetuates the same cycle, so that we make real change. At the Self-Love Summit, we're going to get down. Oh, we're getting down and we're getting deep and we're getting inside, and we're going to do some activities to weed out that red sock, because, oh, it can hide in there. Sometimes it's hidden in a pocket, an old pocket from the past, and you didn't know that, you didn't remember that you put it in there, or that somebody, or maybe somebody else put it in there. You didn't realize that it was in there. But we're going to go in and we're going to dig it out. We're going to make some real change. It's not a summit where you sit down and you hear a lecture from me for 12 hours. We're going to be in that room for 12 hours and we're getting down and we're going to get in. We're going to get our knees dirty. We're going to get our hands dirty. And we're going to, it's not enough to just say some mantras. We're going to go in and figure out what was it that gave you that thought in the first place. Go extract that. Extract it. So listen, let me check my notes. That's my whole video. That's it. I finished. I love you guys. Listen, tell me what you thought of the video. I really tried to make it shorter, but I'm going to, you know what, the thing is that I'm so conflicted because there's so much information that I want to give, and I want that when you finish watching my video, that you have full and complete information to be able to make a change after you watch the video. But, you know, but there's so much, so I'm conflicted. Short videos reaching more people, or long videos really affecting a few. So you know what, I'm going to put the intention out there for the divine to please help me be able to make substantial videos and still be able to help people. So listen, change starts within. That's the whole point of this video. Change starts within. Look within. Really, really analyze yourself and make the change. I guess I could have said that one sentence. It made this a 30-second video. Change starts within. Look within and make the change. But then what about all my other examples? Please give me some feedback below. Come over to my website, TonyaTko.com. Come over to Facebook, facebook.com/TonyaTko Show. And find me Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter at TonyaTko. And that's Tonya with an O, Tony. And that's TKO. So listen, I love you guys. Let's hug it out. How do you feel after this video? You okay? You okay? I hope this video reached you at the right time. And listen, if you want to come to my summit, come to my website. All of the information is on there, TonyaTko.com. Also, the link for my video, the link will be down below. Subscribe to my videos here on YouTube for more. Spread the videos. You know what? It's important that we share the videos. If there's something that touches you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it so that it can touch somebody else too. You know, this is why I do what I do. So listen, TonyaTko, hug me. I love you. Hug me. Hug me. Hug me. I love you guys so much. Oh, I love, 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 love. Whew, I love you guys so much. Ooh, that hug made me dizzy. So listen, go out there. I'm love drunk. What can I say? Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? That's right. Love yourself. Not just in theory. Don't just change the outside. Love yourself enough to invest in figuring out what's going on in the inside. And if you want to come to my summit, please join me. Join me. There are people flying in from all over, booking their tickets and coming because we're taking advantage of this opportunity here today. I don't know if I'll be able to do more cities. I'm about to go on a college tour. So if you're in college and you want me to visit your school, come over to my website and send me a message. There's something very simple that we need to do. Come to my website. The details are on there as well. Just click the button. So Listen, I love you guys very, very much. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. I am your big sister, TonyaTko, and I'm out. Self-love guru. I changed it from love guru to self-love guru. That's my point, my strong point right there. I love you guys very much. And remember, look for the outfit of the day video I recorded right before this. You can come to my website, TonyaTko.com, and see all of my outfit of the day videos. I will talk with you later. Peace.